That could be a gentleman agreement.
Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. He don't reach it for settlement. You don't tell me nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. He don't reach it for settlement. You don't the wrong go another place. Agreement is agreement, yo.
So,
all right, everyone, you're welcome to Nego React. You know the stories. I don't know why I'm just so obsessed with this FCT Fubara story of a thing. I don't know, but every day new revelations keep coming on, and you'll be like, "What going in at this place? Huh? What going?" But that's not what I came to do. But just look at this video. In this video, released by China's TV, the FCT Minister is saying that, look, I'm not just doing things anyhow. Or maybe you're thinking I am the worry one or whatever. We had an agreement, for goodness sake. We had an agreement. I and Fubara had an agreement in the presence of the president. But it seems Fubara is going back on his own part of the bargain. So this gets everyone wondering, and the question keeps popping up. What could be the content of that agreement between Fubara and Wike? Could it be that the Wike wanted to play the Ambode's card with Fubara? That is, you've done, no, you're not loyal, so no problem. I will allow you to come back as a governor. Then you won't come for second term, because as it is today, from the body language of Fubara, when he says that he's not the 001 of the APC family in River State, and many things, the way it moves, can already tell you that Fubara is in for a second term. But because of what is happening, the person who brought him in, let's not talk about how he came in, but all the tribunal have settled that he won. Fine. Not even tribunal settled he won. From the look of things, he actually probably really won free and fair. But that's by the way. Let's not talk about whether he won free or did not won free. Let's leave the aspect of whether he won free and fair or he did not win free and fair. But as it is today, he's the governor of River State, and he's wanting to still come out for the second term. And we have been saying that the campaign to APC will not guarantee re-election or even having a ticket. That will not guarantee you. So this gets the question really bubbling. What could be it? Is Wike expecting Fubara not to contest? And now I think we have to leave you guys to this video. You listen as you're listening to the video. We'll be reacting to all of what he's saying. We'll be talking about them, doing analysis, reading in between the lines, and let's see what you think. Share your comment in the comment section.
say. Our dear leaders, led by Senator Olaka, the chairman of council, our rep in the State House of Assembly, the coordinator of Unity Hope Ambassadors, our traditional rulers, our dear women, our mothers, my dear brothers and sisters, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I decided that before the new year, this will be my last talk for the year, because you are very special to me. I came here, like what Senator Olaka said, not to play politics, but to thank you for how you have stood with us during the turbulent period. You never wavered. You stood firm. And I believe that We should not take their support for granted. We must come back to appreciate you. We are not ungrateful people that you will do something for them. They start fighting you at the end of the day.
All right, this one is actually, you can see, is an obvious shade towards Fubara, and of course, Fubara was his boy, and even as it is, we still can say he's his boy, even though they are loggerhead right now, and he's saying that Fubara is being ungrateful. To what extent? This brings the question: to what extent should a godson be loyal to his godfather? To what extent? To you saying yes, sir, to every instruction from the godfather? Is that what it means to be a loyal godson? Is there a limit to kowtowing to your benefactor or to your godfather? Some people have said that Wike is being unfairly treated in this matter, that Simfubara is actually being ungrateful. To what extent can we say Simfubara is being ungrateful? Before now, during the day of the emergency rule, a lot of stories came up, and one of them is that Simfubara and Wike probably had an agreement that a certain section of the derivative revenue will be, certain amount rather of the derivative revenue will be going to Wike as his own share for making Simfubara the governor of the state. Now, and the story came up is that that got spun around was the fact that Simfubara says no, River State money is for Rivers people, not for one person, and all that. The story coming back and forth, but the bottom line is that as Simfubara is projecting a different story, that he is being asked to do what he shouldn't do as a governor. So do you think as a godson to Wike, he was supposed to do everything, even though whatever is told to do is against his own principles and policies and worldview? But let's listen to our man here who is saying that he has come to say thank you to the Eleme people. That is not an ungrateful person who will say after you've done something good to him, and you now say, oh, let's comment box.
So we felt before the start of the year, let us come and tell our people that we appreciate them, and we'll continue to appreciate you. We'll continue to thank you. You see, in life, so many people have been misled by money or by power. When people get things free, they don't know the value. But when they lose it, they begin to wonder what happened to them. Then you will say, oh, they did me something. Nobody did you anything. It is because of your greed. It is because of your unappreciating people who have done something for you. Just like the House of Assembly member said, for me, I've always believed that we're all together. You live and let others live. If we begin to do it by population, by might, maybe one or two people or one or two areas will dominate it. But we felt no. When we have made a mistake, we are allowed to correct the mistake we made. And we'll correct the mistake. I want to tell you people, let nobody ever think no amount of money will change this our cause. We have done it before. We have the capacity to do it again.
All right here, the correction of the mistake is that the mistake is letting Simfubara become the governor of River State. And the correction of this mistake is Fubara will not smell the River State House governorship anymore. Like he's not going to spend the River State governorship anymore. How possible would that be? How possible would that be? If this is going to be possible, definitely this man here, Wike, the FCT minister, is learning from his own boss, his current boss, because Wike does not really have any boss actually. He's more like a boss of his own. Today he quotes for one person, tomorrow he can snap you. Hey, that's Wike for you. But as of today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is his boss. More like he's playing the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's Ambode's card. Felt that Ambode wasn't good enough, and then he removes him and put another person. So as it is, Fubara has flopped as far as he's concerned. So he's going to make sure that he doesn't come back. So how's he going to do that? Is he going to use the power or the federal might of Mr. President? But don't forget, Mr. President has told Fubara, you are doing well. Thank you. I am happy with you. So if someone has done well and you are happy with the person, the least you can do is to let the person continue that good thing he's been doing. So as it's going to play out, a lot of drama is to be expected in this 2026, and you should remain glued to your screen because it's going to be like extraordinary every day. Let's hear on, because he's saying that it's going to correct the mistake is done, and he did mention something about money. Let's hear.
For the past 2 years, by the grace of God, we have not gone to beg anybody food. And this remaining 2 years, we will not beg anybody food. I thank God, through the support of Mr. President, we have taken our council back. And we thank God Almighty for that. If a man cannot keep to his agreement, agreement must not be written all the time. That could be a gentleman agreement.
Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. He don't reach it for settlement. You don't tell me nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. He don't reach it for settlement. You don't the wrong go another place. Agreement is agreement, yo.
So, you see, that wasn't the situation. Ask your governor, what did we agree before president? What did you tell president? If you don't want to tell them, I will let River State know what we agreed. We thought we should be gentlemanly. And that was why Assembly dropped their guns. I said, well, since this is the agreement, let's keep it.
Now, there's something that some people are not picking from this video. They said, after the agreement, that was why Assembly dropped their guns. I remember the whole problem that led to the state of emergency was the fact that the Assembly was so divided and nothing could be done. And it was then interpreted as state of emergency, as the governor is incompetent of coordinating his cabinet. So can you see now that the man behind the whole story is the one you can see on the screen right here? What exactly is happening in this River State? We don't know. But like I said in some other video, could it really be that this is a fight between Fubara and Wike alone, or there is another drama somewhere? But let's continue.
But some people think they are clever by half. They are now being deceived because they saw 600 billion naira in the coffers of the state. You know, Nigerians love reverse money. So what is happening now in the state? Some of them will leave Abuja and come here. And they will say, you know, this Wike will talk too much. The person collects. Enough is enough for Wike, the person collects. Wike cannot see president again. he collects. They will collect. Oh, at the end of the day, you will see them again. If you like, pay all the money you have. There's nothing that will be automatic.
Now, look at something that is happening here. You can see recently there has been a lot of visitation from different ministers, especially the one that is more prominent is one of the NSA to the president when he visited Nyesom Fubara, and he said that he has just a simple message from the president to him that the president is happy with you, and he says you should say thank you. Now that statement was a heavy statement, but beyond or below that statement, could there have been some kola nut waging somewhere? Because this man talking here, Wike himself, he is talking from experience. And that makes me to want to think in certain direction. Could it be that Wike is actually following the line of his principal right now? Don't forget, Bola Ahmed Tinubu left presidency, left his governorship position back in 2007. All through that time, he's been the Emperor General of Lagos State, installing one governor and removing another, and continuously till now. Before 2022, 2023, and he said, "This is my time, make me no con," and he came and have his own con, and is determined to finish that term against all odds, as in the two term rather, against all odds. Now, the way everything is, I am still looking at the whole situation that this minister of FCT could ask, he couldn't get the vice presidential position during the 2023 election when Atiku picked Ifeanyi Okowa, and that is the beginning of the problem of PDP. Now, could it be that the man is also strategizing to becoming the president of this country one day? Let's look at it for instance. At this point, he is going to support APC, that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for as it is now. He's going to support him to win the 2027 election, right? And Ahmed Tinubu will rule till 2031. With the way everything is going, if everything goes just like with the rule or the card that they have placed on the ground, someone like Nuhu Ribadu might likely come from the north to contest for the presidency and might just come anointed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu to contest. I know Ribadu is not a very bad person in the north. He has integrity. He has worked on the EFCC before, and I think he's someone that has a strict credibility in the north. So if he comes as a northern politician and he contests, because the power rotation is the north have a term, the south has its own term, right? 8 to the south, 8 to the north. If no Ribadu comes in 2031, 2031, and then 2035, it comes for the second term. Are we expecting this man talking to us here to be out in 2039 and shout, "A million corn is my corn"? At this time, can we be expecting something like that? Because it seems to be that is the plan as it is. So anything that will make a Satanan to come near that presidency at this point, whether even as vice president or not, has to be kicked against by all means. So if uh, everything works fine, by 2039, the cost would have been cleared for him to take over the position of the presidency, because at that time he would have worked for Tinubu, and he would have worked for probably Nuhu Ribadu, or maybe would have even served as Nuhu Ribadu's what do you call it, vice president, and then that would not trans uh, is it transposed or transiting to become the president? More like stick to power as much as could be. So maybe as is helping the president to become to come for the second term, to keep him within the corridors of power, he might still continue as the FCT minister till 2031. So he moves from the FCT minister to become, at that point, he would have had a good romance with the FCT and the northern political caucus. And then from there, he becomes the vice president to New Ribado. Maybe that is if at all it works well like that. As he works with New Ribado for another 8 years, then power is now expected to be returned to the south. That is now where Wike, who would have by that time become one of the most powerful person in the whole country, that says, it is now my turn. But I think I've said too much. Let's hear him.
2023, like some people said here, 2023, it was difficult. Nobody knew whether our president was going to win or not. But as God may have it, we sat down, all of us sat down that, yes, in politics you have to take risk. Some will work, some will not work. Like the risk we took at the national level worked. The one we took at the state level didn't work.
Hey, hold on. Let's talk about something. Let's look at something. Why will he say that the risk he took at the state level did not work? Actually, okay, now you can see the risk is the fact that it's more although, like what this guy said, that this man had always been a politician all of his life. So more like this is the only business risk it takes. It takes risk for you and he expects returns. He took risk for Eleme Tinubu, and of course he did get the FCT ministerial position. And he took risk for Nyesom Fubara, and it's like the agreement did not work as planned. So that is the bad market that he is talking about here.
Mr. President is somebody should appreciate, because he appreciates people who have done good things for him. The man felt, as a Rivers man, as a South person, in spite of all the troubles, he decided that his son should be the minister of FCT. It has never happened in the history of this country.
His name is Wike. Your name is Wike. You are the performing minister. Your name is Wike.
So, because we stood for him and he has appreciated us, numerous appointments that have come to the state, it has never happened in the history of this state. We have been crying of this East-West road. Many presidents have come and gone. Nobody has given the attention that Mr. President is giving to this. Somebody said here before, you are going to Bonny, you must go by boat. But by the grace of God today, you can drive to Bonny.
Some people think say you they do juju, but they don't know say na Jesus Wike they serve. Mora, nobody getting moral like Wike.
So, look at today in the Ogoni area. We have been clamoring for university. This president will come, Ogoni deserves it. The other president will come, Ogoni deserves it. The head of state will come, Ogoni deserves it. At the end, they will all go. But within 2 years in office, the president has said, it's not like somebody said, not cho. Not wa. When you talk, you do. And president has done it for us.
Baby cha. Yes, we can our leader. Baby whoa. Yes, we can our leader. Baby cha. Baby cha. Yes, we can our leader. Yeah, baby whoa. Yes, we can our leader.
So, I will advise all those who are coming from outside the state If you don't understand the politics of Rivers State, sit down at home.
Stay away.
If you don't understand the politics of Rivers State, sit down at home.
How many day? Why you no go with her? How many day? Why we no go with her? How many day? Why you no go with her? How many day? Why you no go with her? How many day?
So, you must know a place before you begin to interfere. We are prepared. Nobody's going back. We have taken a decision, and I want all of you to be strong. Be strong. Nobody will intimidate us. Be strong. Nobody can intimidate us. So, if before when federal government was fighting us, we won. Now that the federal government is friendly with us, we will win more.
Anyway, one thing I like about Wike, take it or leave it, Wike is a master in what he's doing. That's just it. We don't know how well his mastery of the game is playing, how well if you take him. In fact, if at all you do not give Wike his flower, the idea of coming with this political pressing is another thing. Even if you do not want to support Wike, I'm sure if you go to Wike's rally, you'll be converted. You'll be converted. Jesus, this man is crazy, I beg. Let's hear you out.
I see the sweet us, he go get paid. I see the paid, he go get sweet. I see the sweet us, he go get paid. I see the paid, he go get sweet. I see the sweet us, he go get paid. I see the paid, he go get sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, crazy man.
Everybody know I'm away.
Yeah.
I'm away.
Yeah.
Akubase. Say. So, tomorrow is 1st of January. And like I said, I said we'll start politics in January. If tomorrow is 1st of January, then know that we'll start tomorrow. And I believe God, His infinite mercy, will make us see tomorrow, the 1st of January 2026. Thank you, and God bless you.
All right.
Kapita, Burikula, Wandoli, Indoli. Kapita, Burikula, Wandoli, Indoli. Kapita, Burikula, Wandoli, Indoli. Kapita, Burikula, Wandoli, Indoli. Kapita, Burikula, Wandoli, Indoli.
All right, everyone. That's it. Whatever you think with on this story, please share in the comment section. See you in the next video. Bye for now.